If you've been watching your organic traffic just totally fall off a cliff lately, trust me, you are not alone. It's a massive shift for sure. But the good news is there's a new playbook for this new era of search. So we're going to break down exactly why this is happening and, more importantly, what you can actually do about it.
So does this sound familiar? You log into your analytics and your traffic chart looks like a steep ski slope going straight down. But then you check your keyword rankings and everything looks fine. You're still number 3, maybe even number 1. But the clicks, they're just gone. It's super frustrating, and it's a puzzle that marketers everywhere are trying to solve right now.
So what's going on here? Well, I can tell you what it isn't. It's not some minor algorithm tweak you missed or some hidden penalty. No, this is much, much bigger. The very foundation of how search works has changed, all because of AI. This isn't just a new chapter in the book of SEO. It's a completely different book.
So let's call this what it is, the traffic cliffhanger. You've probably been feeling this since about May of 2024, watching that hard-earned traffic just vanish, even while your rankings seem totally solid. So let's dig into why. Remember the good old days of Google? Just a simple list of 10 blue links.
Ah, so simple.
Well, yeah, that's basically a museum piece now. Today, the very top of the page is dominated by these AI overviews that just give you the answer directly. All those links we worked so hard for, they get pushed way, way down the page. The user gets their answer before they even have a reason to click. And get this, the scale of this thing is staggering. We're now at a point where over 60% of all Google searches are zero-click. Think about that. The majority of people who search for something find their answer right there on the results page and never ever click through to a single website. Their journey is over before it even had a chance to get to your front door.
Okay, so that's the what that's happening. But what about the why? This isn't just a little Google experiment. This is a permanent shift in how we find information online, and it's all being driven by a totally new kind of intelligence.
Now, the key word here, the one I really want you to focus on, is reinterpreting. These AI models, like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google's Gemini, they're not just grabbing snippets and summarizing them. They're actually reading and understanding information from tons of different sources and then creating a brand new synthesized answer. They're not just pointing to the web anymore, they're building a whole new layer on top of it. So where are these AIs getting all their info? Well, they're learning from these huge, trusted data sets. We're talking Wikipedia, we're talking community forums like Reddit and Quora, and of course, major news outlets and industry publications. And here's the bottom line. If your brand isn't being talked about in these places, then in the eyes of AI, you're practically invisible.
Okay, I know that all sounds a little doom and gloom, but here's the good news, and there is good news. There's a clear way forward. It just takes a new strategy, a new way of thinking, and a totally new set of rules. So welcome to the new AI SEO Playbook.
So let's put a definition on this. AI SEO is all about optimizing for the visibility signals that these AI systems are looking for. We have to stop chasing a specific rank, like number 1 or number 2. Instead, we need to focus on becoming such a trusted source that the AI wants to quote us in its answers. It really is a whole new ballgame. The best way to think about this is like a shift in currency. For 20 years, backlinks were the gold standard of SEO, right? They were like cash. Well, today, that currency has been seriously devalued. The new currency, the stuff that gets you visibility in this new AI economy, is brand mentions, citations, and clean, well-structured data. And here's why that new currency is so incredibly powerful. These large language models, the LLMs, they're built to understand context and relationships. So every time your brand gets mentioned in a credible article or Reddit thread or on a podcast, the AI sees that. It registers it as a vote of confidence and starts to associate your brand with that topic. It's about your reputation, not just your link profile. All right, enough theory. Theory is great, but what do you actually do? Let's get practical. Here is a concrete 5-step plan you can start putting into action today. So here's our roadmap. First, we're going to audit where you are right now. Then, we'll work on earning that all-important trust through citations. Step 3 is about structuring your content so the machines can easily understand it. Fourth, you'll build out your expertise. And finally, we'll talk about tracking the new metrics that actually matter.
Step 1, and this is your homework, is a simple audit. Go to these AI tools and start asking them questions. The same questions your customers would ask. Ask about your brand, your products, your industry. What do they say? Are you even mentioned? And just as important is what they're saying actually correct. You have to know your starting point before you can make a plan.
Step 2 is where we start earning that new currency we talked about, mentions. But it's not just about getting your name out there anywhere. It's about strategic placement. This means you need to prioritize things like PR, guest articles, and publishing original research that other authoritative sites will want to pick up and cite. That's how you build real trust with these AI models. Next up, step 3. You need to learn to speak robot. Seriously, think of your website as a document you're handing to an AI. Make it easy for it to read. Use super clear headings, have dedicated FAQ sections, put data in lists and tables, and definitely use schema markup. Schema is basically a special vocabulary you add to your site's code to tell the AI exactly what everything is. You're leaving signposts so it can't get lost. For step 4, to really convince an AI that you're the expert, you have to go deep. It's not enough to just cover your main keywords. You need to create content on all the little subtopics and related questions that surround your core expertise. By doing this, you're building this dense concept network that proves to the AI that you own the entire conversation around your topic. And finally, step 5, you have to change how you keep score. Forget obsessing over your keyword rankings. The new metric to watch is your brand's representation and share of voice across all of these different AI models. There are new tools popping up that let you track this, so you can see exactly how you stack up against the competition in this new world. Look, I get it. This whole shift can feel pretty daunting, but I want you to see it as a massive opportunity. This isn't about just surviving a change. It's about getting in on the ground floor of a brand new game, one where the prize is even bigger. And here's the payoff. This is why all this work is worth it. The early data is showing that the traffic you do get from these AI-driven searches is incredibly high quality. In fact, it converts at a rate 4.4 times higher than old-school organic traffic. Why? Because these people already got their basic questions answered by the AI. When they click through to you, they're ready to take action. So I want you to reframe this in your mind. You're not losing clicks. Those clicks are just being transformed. You're gaining the chance to get visibility in a whole new arena, where being featured makes you look way more authoritative, and the rewards for winning are so much higher. And that really brings us to the core takeaway here. The entire mindset of marketing and search has to shift. For decades, the goal was always about how to earn the click. In the age of AI, the new challenge and the new opportunity is figuring out how to be the answer.